Good morning, everybody. This is Charlie, November Juliet 7 Victor with Red Summit RF. And today I am continuing my series on portable Morse Code paddles. So welcome back to those of you who have been following along and have seen the first two videos in the series. Today I'm going to review the third in the series. It's the Te-Ne-Ke, sold by the North Ottawa Amateur Radio Club. The featured paddle today, the Te-Ne-Ke, was designed and patented by Boyd Masen. His call sign is NE8KE, and if you look at the name of the Te-Ne-Ke, obviously the four letters of his call sign are in the name of the Te-Ne-Ke. So anyway, Boyd Masen has turned over the patent rights to, or the rights to build and sell this Te-Ne-Ke to the North Ottawa Amateur Radio Club. And I reached out to the club to find out a little bit more about Boyd Masen, but I haven't heard back from them yet. So we're just going to move on, and maybe at some point we'll have an update. So I've seen many people, or several people, use the Te-Ne-Ke in the past, and it looks like an interesting key and one that I've been wanting to try for a long time. So I have went ahead and ordered it, and it's arrived. And so we'll go over here to the bench and take a look at it.
I have here the two previously featured paddles, plus the Pico Palm to give you some perspective on size. The Te-Ne-Ke is about the same width as the Pico Palm, but it's slightly longer and slightly shorter in depth. It comes in at about 42 grams without the cable, compared to the Pico Palm at 16 grams without the cable. The design is kind of minimalistic, it's frills-free, but quite durable. It's designed to just get the job done as smooth and flawlessly as possible. So the body is made of a laser-cut stainless steel, which means it is corrosion resistant and won't tarnish. On each side, you'll see two metal pieces that are attached with screws. The larger piece is beryllium copper finger stock, and the smaller is a brass pin. The finger stock pieces are flexible, but at the same time, they don't deform when you touch them and make contact with the brass pins. And that's how the contact is made. There's that pin there and the finger stock, and once that connection is made, then the dit or da is sent. So you can pay an extra $25 for the mounting plate if you want one. The paddle is mounted onto that plate with a bolt and a finger nut, or you can use a wing nut. And of course, you could always come up with your own homebrew mounting solution, like a guy I found on YouTube did, Scott KW4JM, and I'll post his link above here. The main thing to remember with mounting this paddle to anything is that you need to leave room between the surface you're mounting to and the paddle, so that you can comfortably get your fingers there over the finger stock, because it's really flush with whatever you're mounting it to. And I know for the mounting that comes with it, you turn the paddle 90 degrees, and it leaves that room. So agility, there's really no play in these paddles like some of the other paddles that I've either featured or that are on the market. While there's a wider distance between the paddles that takes a little getting used to, once you do get used to it, the touch on these is very smooth. You can adjust the contacts by loosening the screws over the brass pin here, moving the pin into the desired position, and then you can tighten the screw again. I would like to mention that I have heard reports from a person or two that the temperature extremes, so like really hot or really cold, may affect the finger stock, probably because the metal expands and contracts very slightly. But most people will never have a problem and never notice this, but I did hear a person or two say that in those extreme temperatures they had to readjust the pin. So as with most other paddles on the market, this one comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack in the end and an accompanying cable. And so it's pretty much the same as all the others. This one does detach, unlike one that I've featured, and that's a nice addition. So I was able to find the paddles for sale both on eBay and on the NOARK website. The NOARK website is just a few dollars cheaper, but the cost is pretty much the same on both sites. And also on both sites, you can pay for just the key, or you can pay for just the base, or you can pay for both of them. And I opted to just purchase the key only from the NOARK website. My cost was $73, including shipping. And I didn't need the base because, you know, I hold it in my hand. But for an additional $25, you can get that. I think I received the paddle in about a week. I did toss the packaging. I've had this paddle for a while and have tested it quite a bit, but I can't remember exactly how it shipped. But if my memory serves me correctly, it was in a small box with some packing paper. And now that brings me to the grading, and I want to emphasize again, as I have on the previous videos, that these are my thoughts and that others who are watching may have different opinions about what grades each of these categories deserve. So just know that these are just my thoughts, and so you may disagree, and that's fine. So I'm going to start with the cost. So the cost I'm going to give a B, and the reason is because it's roughly the same as the other previous two paddles that I've featured. It's, you know, in the $100 range, plus or minus a few dollars, and so I gave those paddles a B, and so to be consistent, I'm going to give this one a B. So for cost, it earns a B. So for durability, I give it an A, because this paddle is made of solid, durable materials that can easily be replaced, except for the body, of course, but all the parts can be picked up at maybe a local hardware store, like the finger stock and the pin, the screws. So I'd have no problem throwing this in my pack as it is. I do think that maybe there might be a problem with having to readjust the finger stock if you jostle it around too much, but still, this is a really durable paddle. For the weight, I'm going to give it a B. The paddle is roughly the same weight as the other two I've featured, so it comes in under 50 grams. So to be consistent, I'll also give this one a B. So for the size, I'm going to give it an A-. It is quite small and compact, with the dimensions being different than the Pico Palm, but it is measured in volume probably pretty close. So an A- for the size. Agility. I really like how this paddle feels. It feels really good. I'm going to give it an A-. As I mentioned earlier, there is no play in these paddles. They are very solid and smooth. Of course, like I said, you have to get used to the extra space between, but other than that, I think we're good. They're better than the other two I featured in this series, slightly. I'm saving the A for the Bengali, so an A-. So for customer service, I'm going to give it an A. My experience was good, but it was limited. I didn't really have a whole lot of interaction with anybody. I just ordered it, and that was about it. Ordering was painless, and the package I received arrived pretty quick. I think I read somewhere, probably not on the two websites where you can order, but somewhere, maybe one of their newsletters or something I read, that they have a lifetime guarantee on the paddles. Although, since it's not on the order pages, I'm thinking maybe that they've retracted that, or it's no longer in effect, the lifetime guarantee. But know that at some point that was in place, so they do have a lot of confidence in this paddle. For an enclosure, you know, it doesn't have one. I'm not sure what to do here, because it's obviously not enclosed, but it's because the design doesn't need an enclosure. Yeah, the contacts are exposed, but mechanically they can easily be kept free from debris. I suppose one could argue that if the finger stock is exposed inside the pack, for example, the contacts might get jostled a little bit and need to be realigned, but really, I don't see that happening unless you're really rough with it. So rather than giving it an F for no enclosure at all, I'm going to just give it a pass, because I don't think one is necessary based on the design. For mounting, I'm going to give it a C. It does come with a mounting option, but it's nothing spectacular, and I think that you could come up with something homebrew that's, you know, just as good, maybe better, maybe, I don't know. But you know, it's average, you know, so I'm going to just give it a C as an average for the mounting option. As far as beauty goes, also a C, and that's just because, you know, it is designed for utility more than it is for beauty. It's certainly not grotesque or ugly, but it's not the prettiest thing ever, so just an average grade of C here. So that wraps up my thoughts on this key. Let's go ahead and get it plugged into the radio and give it a run.
Okay, so that's it for the Te-Ne-Ke, sold by NOARK. And so I'll go ahead and put a link down in the show notes below for the websites, the two websites where you could order a Te-Ne-Ke if you are interested in doing that. I really appreciate everybody joining me for this portable Morse code series. Remember that it is a series, and so I'll be coming out with another video here in a couple weeks on a new Morse code paddle, a portable Morse code paddle. And so I really appreciate you guys coming and visiting the channel, and hopefully I can see you again. You guys will come back and visit again. And so we'll catch you on the next one, guys. 73 to you.